So yesterday I was just we were discussing about the post call, how to supply the data. Let me explain again from the beginning. Okay, post call, you know what we need to supply. For post call, you need to give a method, endpoint URLs, headers, request body. These are the things, right? We need to provide as an input. So first, for that, to give the input either in the JSON format or JSON file, anything, I'm going to use this JSON object class. So which is available in the arg.json area. Okay. So that's the main thing. A JSON object equal to new JSON object. We are creating an object for the class. Okay. At the rate given. So provide valid endpoint to create user. So public void provide valid endpoint to create the user. So RestAssured dot base URI. So read the property value. So base URL and RestAssured dot base path, read property value, service endpoint URL. And so both we are giving as a precondition. Then when I send the request to the server with the request body. So I'm sending the request to a server with the request body. So, and see that. So this object reference dot put method, and you can use name and name value and JSON object. This is the one of the field, okay? Field and field value. So JSON object dot put job, another field and value. So response equal to RestAssured dot given dot header. So I'm passing the header accept application JSON dot header content type application JSON dot body JSON object dot toString. Okay, toString method JSON object dot toString. So this is the all the body data how you are supplying in the everything in the given. Can you observe here? Given below only you have these things. Even you can push it. So under given like this, so that it will be very clear. So okay, these are belongs to given. So then you can push this the when. So when related one is this one. Next to then. So then see given, when, then. So this is the Gherkin for this is the BDD style, right? BDD style.
Yes.
And extract JSON. So that's the BDD, but you can add any headers. Even for example, you want to pass any x-axis token, you can give dot header x-axis token, and the token value you can supply. So we have passed right already token. So you can give a token also. X API key. That's like name. Okay, value you can pass whatever the value you want. So that's how we can pass this given, when, then. So then it will send and you'll get the response. Then I validate the create user response status code. So already status code we have given here. So there's a data table concept. This I am reading with a data table concept. So public void I validate the create user response status code data table. So DT. So list string. So exp data equal to DT dot as list method. Okay, so DT dot as list method. So int. So you can see expected status code equal to integer dot parse int, because this is the string, right? This is the string. So you're passing exp data. This is the list dot get of 0. So this is the string. How can you convert into integer? String object into integer dot parse int method. So that I'll get a primitive integer data type. Assertions dot assert equals response dot get status code, expected status code, both. So this is the actual and this is the expected. You are comparing. Same way, validate the create user response body fields, and you have to see here. This is the very important. Please, and here I'm using a serialization deserialization concept. Okay, say string actual name equal to response dot path name. I'm getting the response body data and storing here actual. So then actual name JSON object dot get. See, we already stored, right? In the JSON object we have dot get name, and name value will get it, and you are comparing. So what is this? Your input. What is the input you have given? That input and this actual value, both you are comparing. So string actual job equal to response dot path job, and so you are comparing with actual job and this JSON object dot get method. So that's the this then keyword, and then at the rate when bracket, I send the request to the server with the request body as a string and string. So these are the two parameters, right? We are passing job, name and job. This is the one, the second one. So we are doing a parameterization, right? This one. These values I'm taking as a parameters here. So parameters, string name, string job. So JSON object dot put name. So JSON object dot put job. So response equal to RestAssured dot given. RestAssured dot given. So header, you can give the values, and body JSON object dot to string. So can you observe here the difference between this one and this one? So what we are doing? Not getting? Here what we are doing? Directly we are hard coding, right? Name value and job value. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you are so silent. That's why I thought I lost you guys. So here, see, this is the parameter. This parameter is coming from this data table. This so scenario outline table, scenario outline examples table. So this name value it is going to get. So we're doing a parameterization data driven testing. So first name job will come and replace, and it will do one round of submission. Next round again, second row. How many rows? This row and this value will do another round. Next submission. So that's what I'm passing. Dot body JSON object dot to string method. JSON object dot to string method. Dot when dot post then. So this is remaining all good. So this is the same thing we are doing. And why I didn't write it then for this? This is a common step for both the scenarios. That's why I may know again after this it will call this the then keyword. This then code. This will code. This will call. So that's a common steps are there between two. You don't need to develop second time. One time is enough. So that's this post API test. Any questions?
Ramesh. No, Ramesh.
Okay, let's move on to the next one, put API. Okay, put API. Just go back and first let's take the put request put. So copy this, create first request put API dot feature file. First feature file you create. At least create, okay, so we can push the code to your GitHub repositories, right? Just later you can so if you want practice, you can practice also cloning and adding to the Eclipse. That practice also you can do that. So then just copy this content. That's it. Just update only. I'm not doing it. Feature request put API feature scenario update user scenario given I want to provide valid endpoint to update user. When I send a request to the server with valid request body to update, then I validate update user response status code, that is 200. So data table concept very easy, and validate the update user response body fields. That's a scenario and scenario outline. And so same thing, let's go and develop. If you want to get this, how can you get this Gherkin code? Use the Gherkin step. Okay, just app, Gherkin app. Click on Java steps and see you will get the given when then. So if you get and, so remove this and belongs to which then you see that whether this and belongs to then, when, given, you have to see that. So first whatever is there, that below is there means that belongs to then only. You have to write replace and with the then. Okay, that's how you can replace the code. And so that create a get the put API test, put API test. So create that also. We'll finish. So go to StepDef, put API test. Okay, just copy this. Okay, just put also, not necessary app.java. So right click on the StepDef. So new class. So copy this. Yeah. Again, the procedure is same. Only post and put is having a request body. Only post and put is having a request body. So response data. So JSON object equal to new JSON object. So at the rate given, I want to provide valid endpoint to update user. So the same thing we did. So we are updating the base URL and base path. And at the rate when I send a request to the server with valid request body to update it. So public void. So I send request to the server with valid, that all the step as it is, you are going to use it. But there is no, not a mandatory you have to use the same as a step. You can shortcut also. Okay. But generally people will follow the same step name so that you can easily find out this method belongs to which step. That's the reason why people will follow the step name itself as a method name. So JSON object dot put name, so Marfus, JSON object dot put job, geo resident. You can give any values, not necessary you have to give only these values. It's up to you. So response equal to RestAssured dot given headers body of JSON object dot toString dot when, so dot put, and see the put is this is missing in this whatever you are given the base URL and base path after /2 is we haven't provided that. I am providing with a method. If there is no pending URL, and you can give a empty method. If there is a thing, you can use put this one. Then, so content type application JSON extract response. So next, then I validate the update user response status code. See data table concept. So only one, right? A data table, only one, right here. So that means only list. You have to use a list. That's what we are using, a list. So list of string expected data equal to dt dot as list method. So int expected status code equal to integer dot % expected data dot get of 0. So assertions dot assert equals response dot get status code and expected status code. Both you are comparing. And even fields also you can validate as we already did. Actual name resp dot path name. Assertions dot assert equals actual name, and this you are getting the input data what you are given here, this one. So we are getting the map name. So JSON object dot get method. So job. So whatever the value you want, and even name also. So that you are comparing with your actual values. So that's the another simple put method. See, almost all are similar structure. There is no change much. So that's why you have to write for no post method. Okay, you write for post method, post API collections. Then it really helps you because you practice manually, right? Same you try in the RestAssured format. That will help you. Okay.
Okay.
So that if you try the same thing, it's you won't get it. You try different one. That will help you. Okay. And the last one, delete API. Let's finish the delete API. If time permits, we can see the resume points, all those things. Otherwise, Monday we can take it up. Not an issue. We don't want on Monday again, or can stretch a little bit.
Yeah, like if everyone is okay, we can
Yeah.
do today also. Yes.
Right. We can stretch. So even let's finish the feature file. Okay, feature file also. Delete feature file. So we are almost done. Only so feature file. We can just copy paste that. Yeah. So feature request delete API feature scenario, delete API scenario. Given I want to provide a valid endpoint, when I send the request to the server for deleting, you can add a unique name. Okay, every time the statements make sure unique for each feature. So when then I validate the delete response status code 204. Say data table concept. So we are covering multiple places a data table concept so that you will get a better idea. First again, response object global I am declaring, and this is the inheritance we are following here. So at that given, just supply the base path and base URL. So base URL with the base URI, base URL after next base path, the service endpoint. And when I send the request, response object equal to RestAssured dot given the headers and dot when delete /2. I'm deleting this /2 user, then extract response. Then I validate a delete response status code, only status code. You don't have a body because 204 means what? No content. So list of string expected data equal to the data table name dot as list method. So int exp status code equal to integer dot parseInt. So exp data dot get of 0. So assertions dot assert equals resp dot get status code. So that's the how you can compare both of them. So this is the all the test cases. Let's add them in the test runner. So test runner, what you need to do, you have to give the path, our complete the feature file location. These are the Cucumber options. What are the Cucumber options? We have features, glue, plugin, dry run, monochrome, and publish, step notifications, and tags. You can add a tags also. So let's see what these features will do. It looks for the all the feature files in this feature folder inside. What are all the feature files are there? It will read all of them. That's a features Cucumber option. So glue will look for the step_def package. So under whatever you are giving your package name here. So that package below whatever is there, that will take care of this glue, the step definition files. Glue will take care of step definition files. Plugin, so it's a reporting purpose. What kind of report you want? So here HTML : target / Cucumber report. You can give this name, okay, whatever the name you want. So I'm generating under target folder. Can you see here target folder? Under this, with this name, I'm generating the target folder. So JSON output, one more folder will create a JSON output folder, cucumber.json. So JUnit _XML / cucumber.xml. So like this, you can generate this report. So dry run is equal to false. What it will do is mapping between feature files and step definition files is same or not, it will check. So that means any step you missed it in the defining the feature file step, it will compare. If anything missed, what it will do, it will report an error. So your script won't execute. So undefined steps are there. Please implement them. That message you will throw, and that will be strictly checked by this dry run. Monochrome equal to true. If you give the console output, will display in a proper readable format. That's the monochrome equal to true. So publish, your reports will be published. Step notifications also, each step notifications also will be displayed. So tags, this is the grouping. For example, you can group. So like you can group like this. The entire scenario wise you can group. @smoke. So @regression. So like this you can write, okay, @regression. So @regression. So like this you can group it. This is called tagging, okay. Each test case, like all other test case, you can tag it like this. So I can group this one @regression. Or I can put a smoke, right? This I can put a smoke. Smoke, and also if you want to add both, you can add a regression also. Okay, both you can add if you want, but one is enough, not necessary to. So like this, you can keep adding. Okay, so smoke, smoke, and what do you call this, regression. And same you can do put method. This is the basic sanity check. Okay, smoke. So like this, you can give and you can run them here how you want. You can, that's what you can give like this. Okay, whichever you want to run, you can control. So which one you want to run, that only you can run. Okay, that's the this concept. So now let's run this. Right click, run as JUnit test. That's it. That's how to run this all the test cases. See, everything is completed. You can go and see the report also here. See, all are passed. Stepwise, you can see the report. View your Cucumber report at. So in this location, you can go and see that also. So this one. Otherwise, you can just go here. So refresh this. So see, target cucumber-report.html. So copy this. Problem is, the advantage, not problem. Advantage is each step you have written in the feature file, right? That report you will get pass or fail. See, you can see here. If you expand this, see, given, when, then, passed. With the tags also you get. So everything you will get a nice documentation. That's the beauty of this video. And that's why many people like this. Each step also you'll come to know the status. So that's the how you can find out. If anything failed, you can see a red mark here. Okay, that's the report. Even if you can have a JSON, right, in the XML format. You see JUnit format. So you'll see JUnit format. You can see this also. You have a JSON format also. See, you can find like this XML format, this one. So then you can find JSON format also. This is the JSON format. So you have to understand JSON structure so that it will be easy for you. Otherwise, it's a bit difficult to read. But you can convert this into JSON format, proper JSON. How can you do that? Did I explain that? Validating the JSON? How to validate the JSON file?
No, Ramesh.
No, Ramesh.
So you can search this, validate JSON online, okay? Just go here, either this one also, anyone is fine, okay? JSON format validate, this is also good, okay? Just go here and paste that. Whether your JSON is proper or not, it will check you. And it will give you proper format. See, this proper structure it is going to give you. Okay. Another thing, you can use a JSON Pathfinder, right? So easy. JSON Pathfinder. The good one is a JSON Pathfinder. You can see everything here very nicely. Paste it. So beautify. See, automatically you will get a structure here. See, left side you will get the structure, and here the path it is going to give you on the right hand side. This is also you can use. Okay. That's all about the BDD style REST assured framework. Any questions? So we'll end this, then we'll start the new one for a resume preparation and interview questions. That's better, right?
Yes, Ramesh.
Yeah, Ramesh. Okay.
So Stop this. Any questions before